Okay, hi there. This is a writing question. It's for an informal letter at level C1. Here's the question. You've received a letter from an English friend. My new job is great, and next month I get to travel on business. Guess what? I'm actually coming to your town for a week. I'll be free some evenings and one weekend. I want to make the most of this opportunity, so I'd like your advice, please. Where to go, what to do, and why. Cheers, Chris. And here we have the reply. Dear Chris, I'm happy to hear that you're coming to Debrecen. Yeah, this is fine. Very. I'm going to change this for so. Very's fine though. However, this town is very small, but I'll try summing up some sites and places that are worth a visit. Yeah, I'll try summing up. Yeah, you could use summing up. Tiny bit formal. I'll try going through some sites and places that are worth a visit. Debrecen is famous for its forest called Nagyerdő, which is a landscape protection area where you can spend your time with hiking and relaxing. So, firstly, we need to lose this with, where you can spend your time hiking and relaxing. It's a landscape protection area. I would probably say a protected area of landscape. It's a protected area of landscape where you can spend your time hiking and relaxing. In summer, you also have the opportunity to go to the open-air theatre, watching a play or listening to a concert. Okay, so to watch a play or listen to a concert. If you want to cool yourself on a warm summer day, quite nice. Make this even more interesting. Let's put summer's day. That's something you can do quite easily. If you want to warm yourself on a warm summer's day, I can also recommend you the Aqua Park of Debrecen. So lose the U. I've noticed in this you have a little bit of a difficulty with the structures with recommend. Let's see. I recommend noun, and that's the thing that's recommended. I recommend that you, verb in the present subjunctive. I recommend that he come. I can also recommend the Aqua Park of Debrecen, which is one of the largest water parks in the country. It's the best place if you're up to try. I like this are up. If you're up to try the most modern and insane water slides. Okay, that reads quite well. I think I would probably the most insane, and we can lose the and, modern water slides, because the park was built in 2021, so it's almost brand new. Good English. If I were you, good English again, I would visit the Derry Museum, where you can get to know, among others, I think I would probably say among other things, the history of Hungary. And it also provides a lot of information about our city, Debrecen. Yeah. In this museum, you can also see the paintings of Muncasse Millet, who was a famous Hungarian painter. Good. In the historical town square of Debrecen, you can find several pleasant restaurants and try the traditional Hungarian dishes and wines. The is okay, it says all of them. I would just take out the the and leave it generally. In addition, okay, yeah, let's see, let's find a more formal version of that. Whoops. What is more, the Reformed Great Church of Debrecen stands also normally goes before, also stands in the centre, also stands in the centre. So if you're already here, I recommend you're visiting it. So you could say, I recommend that you visit it. The visit would be a present subjunctive. I recommend that he visit it, no s. But that sounds quite formal. The other way with recommend, I recommend noun. So I recommend you're visiting it, and that makes a noun. For the weekend, I suggest, and again, this is the same with recommend, I suggest you travel, or you're travelling. In this case, let's put you travel to Budapest and visit the sights of our capital city as well. The travel time is approximately 2 hours by train, but in my opinion, you should spend a night in Budapest, because it's also worth to visit in its evening light. Okay, so it's really worth visiting. Whoops, I need a T. Okay, worth ing is really worth visiting, or it's really worth a visit in its evening light. I would say in the evening light, the light of the evening. So it's also worth visiting. Let's spice this up. It's also well worth visiting in the evening light. Yeah. If you need more information about Debrecen or Budapest, just let me know. I look forward to finally meeting you. Okay, there's one word I've been wanting to add all through this. Really. I really look forward to meeting you. This really gives it a nice informal tone as well. I like this cheers as well. Very often I say all the best, but cheers Dora is very nice as well. So, let's see. This is quite good. Let's see, you've answered the question quite clearly. You've used appropriate vocabulary. It could be a little more informal, but I don't think that's a problem. There are one or two mistakes. I think I'm going to give it something like a 5.75 at C2. You need to get these suggest and recommend structures. So I recommend noun. I recommend that subject present subjunctive. Okay, so, whoops, there's an F there instead of a D. And that should be a double M as well. I recommend that subject present subjunctive. So, whoops, not S. So, for example, I recommend that he visit. And then notice with this noun, I recommend you're going. That's a noun phrase as well. And then I suggest the noun. I suggest plus verb ing. I suggest going. And then more formally, I suggest that subject present subjunctive. Notice this present subjunctive one is quite formal. I suggest that he visit. Notice one thing I've missed here. You can also say, I recommend, I COMEND, visiting. I'm having second thoughts about this one where I've changed it from you to your. Let's see, where was it? I can also recommend the aqua park. Summer's day, bear with me just a second please. Okay, I recommend you visiting it. You're visiting it. I recommend you visiting it. I guess you could, but it sounds better you're visiting it with a noun. Or I recommend you're visiting it. I recommend you visiting it. It could be as well. I'm going to leave it. Okay, so well done, Dora. I like it. Very, very good indeed. Thanks for watching.